Can I be real or is it boring? To give you a peace of mind, cause mine is so enormous. Way past the norm, Norman, while you're conforming. Like comforting mattresses.
What up, though? It's that nigga Mom, man. We about to react to this video, and the video essentially is explaining why Muammar Gaddafi was assassinated. So let's get right into this, man.
By 2010, a year before the war that destroyed him, Libya had the highest human development index on the entire African continent, higher than Saudi Arabia. Healthcare was free. Education was free from kindergarten through university. Plus, the government paid for students to study abroad. Newlyweds received the equivalent of tens of thousands of dollars to buy their first home. Gaddafi had literally declared that no Libyan should ever have to pay rent. This was the same man Western media spent decades painting as nothing but a terrorist sponsoring madman, and the gap between those two pictures is worth sitting with. He also built something almost nobody outside of Libya has ever heard of. The Great Man-Made River, a $30 billion network of pipelines stretching 1,700 miles pumping fossil water from ancient underground aquifers in the Sahara up to coastal cities. Gaddafi called it the eighth wonder of the world, and engineers who aren't exactly known for hyperbole largely agree, and it remains the largest irrigation project ever built on Earth, financed entirely without a single loan from the IMF or the World Bank. Gaddafi wasn't satisfied with just Libya. As the chairman of the African Union starting in 2009, he pushed something genuinely radical, a single African currency backed by gold, the gold dinar.
Yeah, and that right there, that's where he became a super target. Him just doing stuff like where, hey, we got the irrigation system and all that. They're like, okay, he's somewhat of a target. But once you start fucking with other people's currency, you create a gold dinar, and y'all resources is mainly gold, where it come from. Yeah, they got you. They had to get him up out there, and that's crazy.
Specifically to get oil produced.
And it had to be the black president of the United States to do it. Even though the faces are who to blame. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened.
African nations an alternative to pricing their resources in dollars, and to give former French colonies an exit from the CFA franc system. By the time of his overthrow, Libya had stockpiled over 140 tons of gold, specifically earmarked to help launch an African central bank and an African monetary fund. Several oil-producing nations, including Nigeria and Angola, were reportedly preparing to follow. In 2011, NATO intervened militarily, officially to protect civilians during an uprising against him. Obama authorized the strikes, and Hillary Clinton, the then Secretary of State, pushed hard for the intervention, later joking on camera about Gaddafi's death. Among NATO targets was a pipe factory in Brega manufacturing components for the Great Man-Made River itself. Whether the gold dinar plan factored into the decisions...
I remember seeing this video. I seen the Gaddafi death video. And you can see the military aiding those people to just, do what they did.
Move and kill Gaddafi is genuinely disputed. The claim traces back to a single leaked memo citing anonymous sources, and serious historians are split on whether and how much weight to give it. What isn't disputed is that within months of his death, the currency plan collapsed entirely, and the social programs that had built Africa's highest HDI score were gutted as the country
fractured. Because the people that agreed to following it, they got fearful for their life because they seen what happened to Gaddafi. He was able to be touched because of America's military.
Into civil war that's never fully ended. By 2017, CNN had documented something genuinely horrifying. Open-air slave auctions in Libya. Migrants sold for as little...
Wow, and they actually doing this.
...as $400 right out in the open. No state, law, or oversight. Just armed militias running an open, human trafficking economy in broad daylight in a country that used to have a functioning government capable of at least...
And you wonder why this dude got a mask on. Because once you tell the truth, or you're that Messiah that they looking for, they coming for you.
To hide it. Whatever you think of Gaddafi as a dictator, and there's a lot to think, the infrastructure and the independence he built are gone now too, and nobody who has replaced them has built anything close to either one since. By 2010,
So we just gonna leave it at that, man. Like, subscribe, and share. Stay peaceful, productive, and positive. It's that nigga Mom, and much love.
Can I be real or is it boring? To give you a peace of mind, cause mine is so enormous. Way past the norm, Norman, while you're conforming. Like comforting mattresses that comfort them when torment snoring. Like you in your own home with a home phone. I'm more like E.T., got a phone home past the moon. It's not a movie, I'm about to fly past it soon.